seeking attractive and intelligent women of all ethnicities to donate eggs to families in need. Up to $10,000 plus expenses, must be between 21 and 29 with SAT scores above 1,300. So these are really explicit ads.
Because they're looking for the DNA that's going to go into making a baby for a couple. And this is a wonderful thing that a woman can do for a couple that may have infertility issues, because they'll still have the DNA of one of the partners, the male partner, and the woman will still get to carry the baby. And America is one of the few countries that actually pays egg donors, and this is really because of the woman's time. And there are set guidelines for how much the egg donors should be paid. The American Society for Reproductive Medicine states that although there is no consensus on the precise payment that oocyte donors should receive at this time, sums of $5,000 or may require justification, and even $10,000 is, beyond what is appropriate. But women will come in and they'll ask, a lot of questions about, because it is so much more of an ordeal for a woman, they'll ask these questions. And this next question is one that many egg donors have for me.
My name is Ashley. I'm 33 years old, and I'm an egg donor. After having my son 11 years ago, I have donated my eggs several times to women who wouldn't have been able to conceive otherwise. My concern now is, have I ruined my chances for having a baby in the future? Have I risked my fertility by donating my eggs so many times and having gone through this procedure?
That's a great question. We sent Ashley to fertility specialist Dr. John Jane to figure out if her fertility has been affected by her numerous egg donations.
What brings you here today?
Well, I've been an egg donor in the past, and now that I'm in my 30s, I'm thinking about my own fertility future. So I'm just wondering where I stand if I did possibly want to have more children.
Okay, very good. How's your overall health?
It's pretty good. I eat pretty decent. I exercise. I don't smoke, anything like that.
That's good. And what about your gynecologic health, your menstrual cycles? Are they all pretty much the same, or
Yeah,
has there been a
regular.
change?
Everything's pretty normal.
Okay, that's good. We can do what's called a fertility checkup. Kind of get an idea of how many eggs you have left. One's a blood test for the follicle-stimulating hormone and estrogen. By measuring your blood for this hormone, we get an estimate of your egg count. If it's high, it's a bad sign. It could mean that your egg counts have dropped. We can also do an ultrasound and actually look directly at your ovaries and count the resting egg follicles.
Okay.
And that answers the same question. Do you still have eggs left? With those two tests, we can get some reassurance.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Okay, Ashley, now that we've drawn the blood, we're going to do a vaginal ultrasound. I'm first going to examine your right ovary to look for egg follicles. Okay, so now that I'm done on the right side, I'm going to go to the left side. Okay, great, Ashley, all done. You've been great.
Thanks.
Super.
And Ashley is here along with Dr. Jane. Welcome to you both.
Yeah.
And so, Ashley, your first egg donation came about happenstance?
Kind of. My gynecologist was working with a couple who had very limited resources and also had a hard time finding an ethnic match. And he approached me about it and asked, was I interested, because I was pretty fertile and everything was looking healthy at the time. And I heard their story, read their letter, and I said, sure, why not?
Now, how many egg donations have you done?
7.
7.
I'm on my 7th one.
And some of them, have you done them for money?
Yes, yeah, I've definitely gotten compensated for my time and the extent of the process. I mean,
So your concern was, has this affected my fertility?
Exactly. I mean, I'm in my 30s. I have a lot of friends going through IVF right now, and they're in their late 30s and 40s. So now I'm thinking, okay, the clock is ticking, and I just want to know where I stand as far as my fertility.
So Dr. Jane evaluated you, and let's first things first. We're going to go over, look at an ultrasound. Dr. Jane, come over here, and let's talk about what you found during your evaluation of Ashley.
Sure. So this is a sound wave exam, and what we're seeing here is the ovary, this structure right here. And within the ovary, we see egg follicles, which are little sacs that contain an egg. We can't see the egg, it's microscopic. So here's an example of one egg follicle. Here's another egg follicle. They look like black silhouettes. And so I looked at her ovaries, both the left side and the right side, and counted those resting follicles, looking for a number that was more than 8 total, and her number was 12, so that was great, indicating that her egg pool is still intact.
See,
That's
there
a
you
good
go.
thing.
That's a good thing. Is there a certain number of times that you should only, donate your eggs? Like, she's done it 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, the American Society for Reproductive Medicine has a guideline of 6 total lifetime donations, and that's because we don't have a lot of long-term data on women who donate that number of times. And so there's an encouragement for young women to begin their own families before they consider other donations.